Hello everyone. Today we have the assembly on, a WeiHui SLR 3.0. Now this box looks similar to the last one, but it really is a completely different Gelblaster. As you can see from here, it's completely different. And yeah, let's go open it. So to open this box, you just, do this. And voila, there you go. So you'd get a handguard, which is obviously shorter than the last one, our F4 defense rifle. It's also heavier than the F4 defense rifle's handguard, buttstock. Pretty heavy as well. Dummy LPVO. Right. Next we have this. Another hex mag. And the last video there's a little detail on the hex. Show it clearer this time. There, it says 5.56 by 45 NATO. And there should be some writing on the other side. Yep. For airsoft only, even though are soft. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Get that. Thank you. Drum magazine, same thing. Same thing here. Yep. Lower and upper receiver, one whole thing, and it has a different trigger. The trigger on the F4-15 is different. It's not like this. It's not straight and it's not skeletonized, I guess. The charging handle is also different. This is a different charging handle. But it still has the same blowback feature. Actually, it is a blowback feature. It still has that, but instead of saying F4, if I'm not wrong earlier, it says now SLR. And it still says 300 blackout, even though the magazine says otherwise. But it doesn't matter because this is only a toy. Doesn't have a firing pin, can't chamber anything. Now under that thing, we have safety glasses again. But as I always say, make sure you get proper impact weighted glasses when you want to play gel ball or airsoft. You get gel balls again, 2-point sling if I'm not wrong, which I'm not gonna use. This is a cheek pad for your buttstock, which I'm not gonna use as well. Show you how to insert a battery later. This is okay. This is your foregrip. We have the two iron sights, the front and back iron sights. We have the compensator. We have a charger again. Of course, we have the warning label, and here's the owner's manual, I guess, where you'd also see how to assemble the gun in a little warning label there too. And then we get the aluminum barrel, which is for you to put onto that thing. Okay, now to assemble the blaster, take this one. This is the main part. So here you're gonna notch on the one end. You can just focus on that. There you go. See that little notch? You take this and you put the notch inside. And then you feel it lock onto something. It should be firm, it should be in place. So that's the first part. Next, you grab your handguard. This is the handguard. There should be two little kind of dimples, no, it's not a dimple. I'm just using random words. Hold on. If I can just focus on that. Ah, there you go. There's two little things, plastic thingamajigs in there. And through here, you can see there's two insertion points. So what you do now is you carefully and gently make sure the barrel goes in. There you go. Now, right. So I also forgot to mention, this is not connected all the way. There's a little barrel. This part you could see from the side, there's this little aluminum barrel that's not connected all the way. So when you want to put this, our main thing inside, you have to make sure it connects properly. There you go. Now should be like this, facing the Picatinny rail should be on the right side to your face, perpendicular to your face, not sure. And then since this is pointing clockwise, you turn it counter clockwise and you've locked it on. Great. Next is your buttstock. Your buttstock, you just shove it in. So, there you go. I'll put it there. It's almost done, almost done. Next, I'm gonna put this on the muzzle. I'm gonna put our compensator on the muzzle, which you just put it in. There you go. I wanna make sure this is aligned. Is this aligned? Sure, that's aligned now. Very nice. It is coming well together. It's coming together very well. Wow, my English is really bad. Right, battery. Battery is gonna go through the bottom here, over here, and then there's two little empty things under. And then if you look at the battery, there's two things on the side that would fill that up. And there you go. Press down and now it's secure. Now, if I put on full auto, that's weird. Oops, that's not full auto. There you go. Yep. Very simple. Yeah. No electrical wearing. Maybe I need to charge the battery. Right, moving on. Very easy. Your magazine. You just insert it into the mag well. Oops. And there you go. That's basically the whole gun already. So, the question is, am I gonna put a foregrip? Yeah, this time I will put a foregrip. So this one, this is facing you, right? Turn it here. If you turn it forward, it tightens. If you turn it backwards, it loosens. Make sure this loosens up. There you go. Then you insert it to the Picatinny rail. You insert it through the Picatinny rail like that. Then you just screw it back on. I'm screwing it forward right now. And there you go. Oopsies. Yep, and that's pretty nice. Okay, it's put on nicely. Next are iron sights. Iron sights are very easy to put on, so don't worry. You just put them on from the front. So, first iron sight is the back sight. Back sight, you're gonna put it from the front. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom. We're gonna attach it from here, not from the very front of the blaster. Is this the back sight? Yeah, it is. Okay. Then you just do that, slide it back, and there you go. You could also just slide it back from the very back instead of from the front to the back. That can work too. Then it's the front sight, which is the same thing. And there you go. Very easy installation on this one. As I said, I'm not going to use it, but I will show you how to install the cheek pad, which is over here. Okay. Get the cheek pad and you just put it on. You just push it on, really. There you go. It should snap on. It should be able to slide in and out. Let me just take off the stock. There you go. You could do that too, actually. Yes, you could do that too. In which you just slide it on. In fact, sliding it on would probably be safer for the gun, so it won't break or something, because that was a really loud noise. And since we're almost done here, just the LPVO left. Okay, so I'm gonna attach it from the front, from this part. Okay, this part, not the very front. And then I'm gonna make sure this is able to go in. There you go, very nicely. Then I'm gonna screw this forward to make sure it tightens. Yep, just like that. And there you go. So now the blaster is fully assembled. This is a very nice blaster. It weighs not as much as the last one. It's definitely lighter because it's also shorter anyway, right? And yeah, that's basically it, guys. We're going to, of course, fill the gel balls inside the mag. I'm gonna be a bit quicker. It's a bit hot today. Feels like, what, 34? Wow. Okay. Anyways, same thing like the F4 defense rifle that I've already reviewed. Pull this little tab down, and that's gonna open, and that's where you put your gel balls. I'm gonna fill it up to the brim, so I'm just gonna do this once, the shooting. And there you go. Actually, no, I can fit more, especially since some fell out. That's that. There you go. Yep. Okay. Single. fire. Okay, I'm gonna do full auto. Okay. Okay, so after shooting this blaster, I've come to a couple conclusions, and I am able to then proceed with the pros and cons. Right, so we're going to start with the pros first, and the first pro. First pro is that this is full nylon construction. Full nylon, this is completely nylon. Then don't also forget about the fact that you have an inner barrel that seems to be made of some metal, probably aluminum, and you know, that's good. So it doesn't break as easily as plastic, it performs better than plastic, and it's also pretty long, which is great. So it's pretty accurate. Actually, no, it's not. But yeah, full plastic construction, you get iron sights right off the bat. There's also one in the back that can't be used because of the fake LPVO that you have. And yeah, it's just really nice, really awesome to have as well to hold because of the foregrip that you get and the fact that this is not so long. I can fit my whole thumb and just a couple centimeters off from my ring finger, which is the longest distance I can get here. So yeah, it's really not that long. You can get a proper C clamp and stuff, you know, just like proper nice grip, and it's really nice. It's really comfortable. Then with the buttstock as well, don't forget the buttstock is not a completely light thing. It's pretty heavy, and the back is rubber. The back is rubber here, and it's also kind of textured. You don't really feel the texture, but you do feel the fact that it is rubber, and so it is quite comfortable to have on your shoulder. And you can comfortably rest your cheek here as well. Overall construction of the blaster is very nice, very comfortable to use, very comfortable to hold, and so on. And yeah, what other pros do you get? Well, you get plenty of rail space. Of course, you get rails from this top area here onto the back over here. Then you also get more rail spaces here on the front here, this whole part here, this much. Then you get more over here on the bottom. Then you get more here on this bottom side. Then you get more on the other side, right? You get a lot of rail space. Quite modular, if I'd say so myself. And you even have some sling points actually. You have a sling point on the stock here on the back, on this specific part here, this little groove. And at the front, you can attach the other end of the sling, which is right here. So you get sling points as well. So it is quite modular. You can customize it and so on. It's nice. And also the trigger. The trigger is pretty nice, pretty comfortable to use. It is kind of lighter in a sense, and it's also a straight trigger. So for people who, I don't know, play speed soft or whatever, I guess they can be comfortable with this. But I don't know, I don't really play speed soft. I have played, right? And yeah. Another thing is I do want to mention, of course, is that the magazine is incredibly light, and the magazine feeds pretty okay. It's pretty okay. It's not the best. Maybe out of 10, if I were to rate the feeding, it would be either a 6 or a 7. No pun intended, right? Yeah, so it's overall pretty nice. And the battery, the place where you put the battery, I would say is another pro, is you put it on the bottom here. So it's it's not difficult to install, it's not difficult to take out as well. It's quite easy to take out the battery out of the SLR here instead of the F4 defense rifle that I reviewed previously. Though there are some complications with this, right? Well, the last pro I would like to mention is the fact that this is quite heavy. So for people who want a more kind of grounded experience where they're not just holding light plastic blasters, then this would be nice because it's heavy. It's definitely a kilo, at least a kilo on this thing, right? Right. And also blowback. So it is actually blowback. This is actually a blowback feature here. So you can feel a kick due to this thing moving back and forth when you're shooting the blaster, which of course is a nice thing. Right, so now onto the cons is that it is quite heavy. I know I just said that it is a pro, but I know for some people, they're gonna be playing for some time. They're gonna be playing for multiple rounds, for maybe an hour, maybe more, and for some people, when you're carrying over a kilogram and you don't have a sling, so you're just holding it in your arms, you're gonna get tired. Because yeah, it is over a kilogram, it is quite heavy, and again, it's full nylon construction, so it isn't the lightest thing ever. And I don't know how some people may perceive that. They might like it when it's heavier, but me, not really. Because, well, you're gonna be carrying it for a long time, right? Well, it depends. And yeah, so it is heavy. That is a con as well, I'd say. Another con I'd like to mention is that it's not very accurate. I promise, can't really. I'm not that bad of a shooter. Well, I've never shot a real firearm. I don't really aim. I just kind of use the sight and see where the gel balls go and kind of proceed off of that. But when I was pointing it to where it should go, it was going in random places. It was kind of erratic. It was spontaneous. Instead of going, I don't know, the place where it should go, it went to the left, or it went to the right, or it went up. Sometimes it would go down. Sometimes it would hit straight at the center where I would expect it to go. But 9 times out of 10, it wouldn't. So it's quite inaccurate. I don't know why. But since I forgot, there was a comment on the F4 defense rifle that said I think you could kind of like upgrade it. I already forgot. I'll just pull up a picture of the comment. Pretty sure it was in Boston, Indonesia. I'll translate it and see what it says. If it can be upgraded, put a hop up on this thing so you get backspin on your gel balls, and so it would travel more accurately, because well, backspin is gonna travel straight. And yeah, that's the issue. I just don't think there's a hop up in here properly installed, because you already have this aluminum barrel. There should be some good performance, but I didn't really see that performance, me personally, in my case. Could be an undercharged battery because I didn't charge it, but that's me, right? And I wouldn't include the magazine in the cons, honestly, because it's a light thing, but it's a magazine. It's just a magazine. It doesn't really do much in performance. If anything, a lighter magazine makes it better. Because putting light stuff on your plate carrier that might already be heavy, hey, that's great. And adding more weight onto this blaster, nah, you know. Though, one other con about this thing is that, what would I say? I was gonna talk about the sights just now, but, well, it's not really a real LPVO. And with blasters at this price range, I don't think you can ask too much. Like, they'll give you a nice blaster that you can build up from, so don't expect them to give you a real LPVO, obviously. Besides, this due to the inaccuracies of this, I would say this is more of a CQB thing. I mean, it is a pretty short blaster. I'm pretty sure you can see this whole blaster in frame. And it is comfortable for me to use as well. And if you shorten the stock, it's even shorter, right? So you can really use this in close quarters, closer and smaller spaces. I think that's what most of these blasters are really good for CQB and I wouldn't say airsoft. This is gel ball. Gel ball fields that are not actually in fields, but more so in buildings. Like for example, there's one called Predatorland Mangga Dua Square. I'll pull up like a link to a video in the description to see what it looks like, as I've planned going there. I don't have footage on me because I didn't go there, but it is close quarters. It is closed spaces, it is close quarters. So this is something this blaster would excel in that, because if you're shooting point blank at a guy, I don't think accuracy would care much. It would matter much, I mean, right? And yeah, it does shoot pretty fast in full auto, but that is a pro. One con though is that it doesn't have the best trigger sensitivity. If you put this on single fire, you'll hear like a little click kind of go off, like an electrical click go off. And it would only register to shoot a Gelblaster once that happens. Now, the issue with that means that you have a heavy trigger pull, meaning you can't just spam it like a freaking paintball or speed softer and expect good results. Because that means due to the heavy trigger pull, you're gonna have to put just a bit more effort than you think you would, and that means you also can't shoot as fast with just your fingers. So you might have to rely on full auto, which could be banned in some fields. It could be banned in some fields, and that's the thing. Because it lacks the proper sensitivity to perform well just using like your finger and spamming it, the trigger and all, it is a downside. It is a downside, meaning you can't really expect it to shoot fast in single fire, which could be an issue. Because like I said, some fields do ban full auto in their CQB or maybe even outside, because some blasters just shoot really fast. Because gel ball and airsoft, they can shoot really, really fast, and that's the thing. They might just make you use single, and if your single fire is not that good, the performance is kind of down, that's going to be an issue. That's about it though. That's all that I can think of. If I were to give this blaster a rating out of 10, out of all the blasters I have reviewed basically so far, Gelblasters at least, it scored pretty high. I would only score it pretty high at a 7, maybe a 7.5, only because, well, it looks great. You get plenty of space to attach like a little flashlight, F4-15, and a foregrip, of course, or maybe even put a foregrip on the M-locks here. Don't know if that's even possible, I'm not gonna lie. Well, you could just hold the blaster over here then, right? It's life-sized, 1:1. And because this is, I mean, I'm not sure if you can get extra magazines, but you know, you do have a drum magazine. You do get a drum magazine with it, right? And WeiHui products, of course, they're gonna be fully compatible with each other, meaning the F4 defense rifle and this SLR CQB, of course, the magazines would work together, essentially. So yeah, if you have an F4 defense rifle and you want to use this instead, you'd get, well, 2 drum magazines and 2 of these normal hex mags, which is nice, you know? So I'd say, yeah, 7 or 7.5 out of 10. So overall, it is quite a nice Gelblaster, and yeah, that's kind of it.